The 1994 2 Pfennig coin of the Federal Republic of Germany is one of the final issues of a denomination that circulated for decades before the introduction of the euro. Although millions of these small copper-plated steel coins were produced, they continue to attract the interest of collectors because they represent the closing years of Germany's Deutsche Mark coinage. At first glance, the coin appears simple and ordinary, showing the denomination on one side and the familiar oak seedling design on the other, a symbol chosen to represent growth, renewal, and the rebuilding of the nation after difficult times. Most people who handled these coins during everyday transactions never imagined that they would eventually become collectible pieces of history. A typical 1994 2 Pfennig coin often shows evidence of years spent in circulation. Fine scratches cover portions of the surface where the coin rubbed against other coins, keys, and everyday objects inside pockets, purses, and cash registers. Each scratch represents another transaction and another owner, creating a physical record of the coin's journey through daily life. While collectors generally prefer coins with minimal wear, these marks also remind us that the coin fulfilled its intended purpose before eventually becoming part of a collection. Environmental condition plays an important role in the appearance of older circulating coins. Since the 2 Pfennig coin was produced using copper-plated steel, exposure to moisture, humidity, and changing temperatures can affect the surface over time. The bright copper color may gradually darken, areas of toning may develop, and in some cases small spots of corrosion can appear if the protective copper layer has been damaged. Proper storage helps preserve the original appearance, while poor storage conditions can leave permanent evidence of environmental exposure. Collectors carefully examine every detail of a 1994 2 Pfennig coin before deciding whether it deserves closer attention. The date must be clearly visible, the lettering should remain sharp, and the oak seedling design is inspected for wear. The rim, edge, and fields are checked for unusual characteristics that could indicate an uncommon variety or a production anomaly. Even tiny details can become important when comparing one coin with another. Germany used several different mint facilities, each identified by a small mint mark. These include A for Berlin, D for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, and J for Hamburg. Collectors often organize their collections by mint mark because completing a full set requires obtaining examples from each mint. Although most mint mark combinations remain common, careful examination is always worthwhile because unusual varieties and minting errors occasionally appear. The quality of the strike is another factor that interests numismatists. During production, differences in die condition and striking pressure can influence how clearly the design appears on the finished coin. Coins struck from fresh dies usually display sharper details, while those struck from worn dies may show softer features. These production differences help make every coin slightly unique. Professional grading services evaluate coins according to internationally recognized standards. Experts examine wear, scratches, environmental effects, luster, and overall preservation before assigning a numerical grade. Certified coins provide buyers with confidence regarding authenticity and condition, making them easier to evaluate within the collector market. Auction houses regularly offer important German coins to collectors around the world. Rare dates, exceptional preservation, documented mint errors, and historically significant pieces often attract competitive bidding from enthusiasts. While ordinary 1994 2 Pfennig coins generally sell for only modest premiums above face value, exceptional certified examples or genuine mint error coins can command much stronger prices because of their scarcity and collector demand. Many collectors discover interesting coins in inherited collections, old albums, forgotten boxes, or jars filled with spare change. These discoveries encourage enthusiasts to examine every coin carefully instead of assuming that modern circulation coins have little importance. Even when a coin proves to be common, it still represents a piece of history and reflects the everyday economy of its time. Knowledge remains one of the greatest advantages in coin collecting. Understanding mint marks, production methods, grading standards, and historical background allows collectors to recognize unusual features that others may overlook. A careful examination under magnification often reveals details that cannot be seen with the naked eye. The 1994 Federal Republic of Germany 2 Pfennig coin remains an important reminder of the final years of the Deutsche Mark before the transition to the euro. Its scratches preserve evidence of everyday circulation, its environmental condition reflects decades of survival, and its familiar design continues to connect collectors with an important chapter in German monetary history. Although most examples remain affordable collectibles, every coin deserves careful examination because unusual varieties, authenticated mint errors, and exceptionally preserved specimens continue to attract the attention of collectors. Each surviving coin carries its own unique story, making even a humble 2 Pfennig piece a fascinating part of the history of modern German coinage.